What is going on, everybody? We've reached the pinnacle. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get through this intro with a straight face. I assure you it's due to just pure excitement on overload. Having made reactions to albums on the internet now for 3 years-ish, this is the most excited I've ever been to jump into a project by an artist. And of course, it's by the Taylor Swift. I've listened to every single Taylor Swift album made ever for the first time here on this channel with all of you wonderful, beautiful fucking human beings. And I've felt every emotion that I think one can feel while listening to music. This album's coming out in 3 minutes as I film this right this second, and I just want to jump into the album the very split second it comes out because I've become just such a fan. I've become a full-on Swiftie. I've seen Taylor at the Eras Tour. Like, that was the greatest concert experience of my life. I've got certain Taylor Swift songs that I go to dig me out of certain places emotionally, or to enhance a certain emotion that I'm just fully embracing. Taylor has become an absolute muse for me, and I cannot emphasize that anymore possibly. When this album was announced, I was in a rut myself, creatively, as far as this channel goes, as far as side projects I'm working on in my own personal time. And when this project was announced, it was just exactly what I needed from the particular person I needed from. Thank you for choosing me to spend the next X amount of time with as we listen to these songs for the first time, as I listen to these songs for the first time. It means the absolute world to me. That's all I've got, guys. The album's coming. The album just came out. It just came out. The Tortured Poets Department, by the way, the title, insane. Like, talk about building the hype with a title alone. I mean, the bar is just in a place that it's never been before. It's higher than I could have ever anticipated creating any sort of bar in my lifetime, any sort of expectation. Like, it's just blown through. So again, I do go into this with high expectations. I'm always very honest with my reactions, guys. So if you're here for the first time, keep that in mind. I've avoided any sort of hints or Easter eggs or like fan theories or anything that hasn't been confirmed by Taylor herself, just to be honest, just to stay out of my own head while I'm listening to these songs, interpreting them how I interpret them on a first listen. And then once I post this video, obviously going to rely so heavily on you guys for context that I miss. I'm going to miss so many things that happens, especially with a Taylor Swift album. So hopefully I can get that context from you guys or your own interpretations if you don't have like a confirmed context. It's Taylor though. The lore is always deep. The connections always run like willow trees. For the version of this video that is my full uncut reaction to the entire album with no skips whatsoever, probably going to be twice as long as the one on YouTube. You can check out my Patreon, the link's in the description. Been creating content on there for 3+ years. There's so much Taylor Swift content on there that I've checked out, more than I could even name. And there's more Taylor Swift content to come that I've got planned. I'll just keep it at that for now. For anyone that doesn't know, you can't post entire songs onto YouTube, so it's a great way to enjoy longer content and support me and the channel, and I get to keep this really dope career going. If you're watching on YouTube, I still appreciate you so much, and if you wouldn't mind, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because 100K is right there. I feel like I started YouTube yesterday, and some of the first videos I ever made were Taylor Swift videos. If you've never seen those videos and you're gonna go watch those videos because you happen to enjoy this video, I apologize for so many things, mainly audio and poor editing and stuff like that. But the fact that we're here now, what feels like so shortly after, and 100,000 subscribers is like right there. Like, I could hit it any day now. I feel like if the Swifties are the ones based on this video to get me over the 100,000 hump, it would just be very poetic. No pun intended with this album. All right, guys, that's all I've got for now. Let's jump into the album. Let's jump into these tracks, talk about a couple quick things before I press play on any of these songs. So as I open this track list, there's a few things that jump out to me, and they jumped out to me when the track list was originally revealed. But I kind of want to go back over and rehash those things as I continue to stall listening to this album, even though I said I wanted to listen to it the second it came out. But here I am, just taking everything in, basking and enjoying the moment. That's one thing I told myself I wanted to do with Taylor Swift album, is I really wanted to just bask in it, and I really wanted to just enjoy the moment of being able to listen to it for the first time. My videos are long anyway, and we take our time with enjoying the music. But it's Taylor Swift, and I just want to make sure that I'm really in the moment here, and just appreciating, again, a muse of mine. So, a couple things that jump out to me immediately. Post Malone, Florence and the Machine, a couple of features. Immediately, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. Like, I want to point out the titles of tracks that I need. Like, as soon as I saw the names of these things, I was like, I need to hear what she writes about on these tracks, whether it rips me apart or not. So My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, Down Bad, because I use that phrase all the time. But Daddy, I Love Him. I Can Fix Him. No, I Really Can, because that just shows like additional effort while everyone around you is telling you can't, type of thing. And The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, self-explanatory. That might be the greatest diss of all time. And then I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, I'm most looking forward to, because if you've seen my videos before, you know that I am Sad Boy 101, and in my experience, functioning with a broken heart is a bitch. Like, it's incredibly difficult. So I think back to all the times I had to function with a broken heart, and it just gives me, it's like a lingering trauma from those experiences. Just carrying the anvil that was tied around my ankles all day long from the days with broken heart in my past. So I'm really looking forward to that, hearing what Taylor has to write about on that. I never touch Taylor's personal life or any artist's personal life when it comes to listening to these albums. I just don't, it's my preference to just not. I do know this is about a breakup. I'm not that unaware, you know. I read comments on all my videos, so, you know, I know what all Taylor's albums are about up to this point. I obviously know, you know, what Taylor is up to nowadays. I know that this is about a breakup. She was with the person for like 6 years, I think. And I know certain songs that were written about this person and all that stuff. So I just know that this is about a breakup. I assume the whole album is about that breakup. So I go into it knowing that it's a breakup album, right? That's pretty relevant context, I think, going into this album. I think it's time to play the first track. I think I've said everything I want to say up to this point. Okay, all right, we can do this. Tortured Poets Department. The Tortured Poets Department. What an insane title again. She's so clever. All right, let's do it, guys. The first track is Fortnight.
I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic.
Okay, all right. We know this. I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. I guess she's referring to being a functioning alcoholic.
No one here's to blame, but what about your quiet treason? And for a fortnight,
quiet treason.
we were forever running to you. Sometimes ask about the weather. Now I wanna kill her.
Yo, wait, hold on. Wait. Whose wife do you want to kill, Taylor?
I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a great fucking line.
I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary.
That's such a bar. I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary. Breakups fucking suck. It's the hardest thing. And to move, like, if the grieving process, right? Like, if so many of us could skip that, could skip the getting over somebody process, we would, because that's the hard part. And if there was like a miracle, if there was a drug for it, it would be a miracle. Sounds like.
And for a fortnight there we
Oh, something kicks it. The second chorus is nice. There's something going on that's been added to the production that picks this song up and takes it up a tick.
We were forever running to you. Sometimes ask about the weather. Now you're in my backyard.
I wanna kill her. What are you talking about? Fortnite. Hold on. Oh my god. Yeah. This song is crazy. This song is crazy. I'm gonna be honest. The first minute, I was being served lyrically what I wanted, what I expected. Not what I expected specifically, because I didn't know what to expect specifically, of course. But just as far as like, it's Taylor Swift. She always writes down. That's what she did in the first minute. But I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the track. By the end of this track, I love it. There's this slow choice and production of the song, builds and escalates so slowly, but in the best way, that by the second chorus, pretty much by the time that hits, there's so much to listen to. There's like these little bells and whistles, literally bells, it sounded like, going on in the back half of the song too. And then when Post starts coming in, especially when Post gets that solo part at the end talking about moving to Florida, there's again everything has swelled up so much to the point where the song just hits a different level. She says, "I loved you, it's ruining my life." And I just, like, I'm not laughing anymore. I am so emotionally invested at that point, because this is my favorite thing about Taylor Swift, is that she writes from such specific personal experiences, and it makes it so easy as a listener to relate and take your own experiences and just mesh the two, and you instantly are emotionally on the same page as Taylor. And if you're going to be emotionally on the same page as an artist, it's one of the top tier listening experiences on an emotional level. Like, music is meant to be emotional. I feel like you're meant to feel emotion, and there's just no one that makes you feel more emotion than Taylor, in my opinion, because of that relatability, because she puts herself out there like that, because she just did it in this song. Like, it's ruining my life. Come on, man. Like, who hasn't made a choice to love somebody, and as a result of like sacrifices or things that you put up with, whatever you want to say, it's ruining your life that you're loving this person? We've all been there, especially if you've been around a little bit and you've been through a few situations. You've been there. And once she says that line, like, "I love you, it's ruining my life," that's it. I'm in. She won. Like, the song's top tier. She's got me. Then you added all the production choices I really like. Let's move on to track 2, the Tortured Poets Department.
You left your typewriter at my apartment, straight from the Tortured Poets Department.
Straight from the torch. I like the way she incorporates the title into the lyric like that. I love how bright this feels. It feels bright and open, and like it's going to be like a nice pop song.
I think some things I never say, like who uses typewriters anyway, but you're in self-sabotage.
I'm surprised anybody, of everyone that I would expect to be open-minded about that, I would expect the Taylor Swift to be like, typewriter, that's dope, that's great. Not to be like, who uses typewriters anyway, you know?
You're in self-sabotage mode, throwing spikes down on the road, but I've seen this episode and still love the show.
Oh, no.
You're in self-sabotage mode, throwing spikes down on the road, but I've seen this episode and still love the show.
You're in self-sabotage mode, throwing spikes on the road. Self-explanatory, right? Like, you're gonna drive into those spikes, and off the side of the road goes your car's fucked up. You can't be doing that. Really dope, because she talked about buying a car in the end of the fortnight, right? But I've seen this episode and I still love this show. I accept you for all the faults, like your self-sabotage mode, whatever it is, the fact that you used a typewriter and I low-key judge you. I still accept you. I accept you for all of it. It's all good. Also, it reminds me hardcore, if you're the Office fan, you know, like the real cringiest episodes, like Scott's Tots. I've seen this episode before, and it's like, difficult as it is to swallow, I still love this show. I love the show in general. Still watch the episode and love it, as difficult as it is to sometimes consume.
You're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots.
Dylan Thomas is a Welsh poet and writer famous for "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night." Patti Smith is a famous poet, author, songwriter. One of them is a poet and writer. Patti Smith is a songwriter, so she's comparing them to two figures.
Nobody. No fucking body.
No fucking body.
Nobody. good. We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I scratch your head, you father. We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist.
I love the picture of them just hanging out. Like, it's really, we're just hanging out, talking, like, you know, talking. As far as the Charlie Puth line, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Music is so subjective. It's the beauty of it, man.
I'm with you. Who's gonna hold you like me?
I like that. Who's gonna hold you like me? Who's gonna know you like me? I like that because this person's obviously going through something. Like they're having these nightmares. They're having these, or daydream nightmares, whatever you would call them. They're going through it. And she's just saying, like, no one's going to be there for you the way that I am. No one's going to know you the way that I do, because I know that this is coming, and I'm still here for you, type deal.
Sometimes I wonder if you're gonna screw this up with me. But you told Lucy you'd kill yourself if I ever leave. And I had said that to Jack about you, so I felt seen. Everyone we know understands why it's meant to be. At dinner you would take my ring off my middle finger and put it on the one people put wedding rings on, and that's the closest I've come to my heart exploding. Who's gonna?
Oh, that's tough. There's some, wow, this is so honest. Wow, this is so honest. Wow, this is so honest. But, oh, I have goosebumps all over my body right now. I don't even know what to say. The reveal of her partner saying, like, they'd kill themselves if Taylor ever left them, and she said she told Jack about it. I told Jack about you, so I felt seen. I assume Jack Antonoff. Everyone we know understands why it's meant to be. Because we're crazy. And honestly, yeah, like if that's what, you know, my friends were telling me about their situation, I'd be like, yeah, y'all are crazy, but y'all are clearly meant to be, I guess. Then there's so much more that comes after that. At the dinner, well, you know, Taylor obviously never gets married, right? So at the dinner, you take my ring off my middle finger and put it on the one, you know, he takes the ring off the middle finger, puts it on the ring finger, right? You put it on the one people put wedding rings on. That's the closest I've come to my heart exploding. Taylor telling us, like, you know, this guy was taking my ring playfully. First of all, don't do that. For anybody out there, my very basic advice would be, don't do that if you don't plan on putting an actual ring on that finger at some point. And some point soon too, sooner than later anyway, because she said herself, like, that's really fucking with someone. She said herself, like, my heart explode, like, that was an explosion in my heart. It probably gave her all of the signs that she was ever hoping for or needed, or like the ultimate reassurance, like, yeah, I want to be with you forever, right? I'm going to commit to you for our lives, like, no doubt about it. You see that I'm, you know, that's not a little game. You know, there's something playful about it, but that's like as playful you can get while being as serious as you can be. Damn. This is track 2. That last line. Who else decodes you? For those of y'all, some of you guys watching this video are gonna be figuring out the lyrics along with me, but I'm referencing Genius after I listen to the lyric. Obviously not before, because I don't want to be spoiled to any lyrics. That last, who's gonna decode you? She's throughout the song, she's like, who's gonna know you like me? Who's gonna like understand you the way I do? That last line, she says, who's gonna decode you like me? Just nobody's gonna have a better understanding of you ever than I am. She explains it in many ways. It got so, and the songwriting in this song is incredible in so many different ways that I spent talking about it during the song, right? So I'll just talk about like the overall picture of just stating just how much you'll be there for this person and how well you know this person. And also like things being returned, that emotion being returned to you in the way of intent to commit with the playing with the ring. There's an intent to commit when you say things to people like, I'll kill myself if I can't be with you. Like that's another intent to commit. Certainly like not exactly a healthy one, but it's an intent to commit. That's a little toxic, but at the end of the song, it is a love song. The song's called The Tortured Poets Department. What I like about the song is it speaks to both poets. She calls the reference Eddie Smith and Dylan Thomas. They're both writers and they're both poets from what I had Googled. And poets is plural, even though it would be writing it that way anyway. But I think she's talking about both of them. They're both tortured. And I think that's an interesting way to write that, especially moving forward with the album. Taylor's not just speaking to herself. She's speaking to a lot of the issues her partner had as well, which is a real fresh insight from a songwriter. Now we get into a song called My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. I'm not sure things are gonna continue being okay.
Called the rain to end our days of wild. The sickest army doll purchased at the mall. Review, let's descend.
Give me more of this Lord type approach. Midnights has so many highlights, but there are parts of Midnights where things just feel like we could have used a change here and there. I don't want to break down Midnights in this video. I have a whole video dedicated to Midnights. This song is the change that I would have asked for in like a Midnight. So yeah, right away, I'm really excited about the production choices and the sonic choices.
I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys.
Man, the production on this is awesome so far. The lyrics going over my head because the song sounds so good, but she sounds like she's the toy in here. She's calling herself, Plastic Smile. I'm queen of sandcastles. Those are more toys he destroys. It fit to right puzzle pieces in the dead of the night. I should have known it was a matter of time. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. It just, okay, the sound of the song is everything. This could be a single sounding, like she could drop this as a single and I have no doubt that it would absolutely explode already just off that one chorus. That's all I needed to hear. And then, yeah, just like depicting herself as this toy that this boy is just like bound to break because it's just what he does.
Back on my shelf first, pull the string and I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. He loves me. Because you shouldn't have seen him. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys.
Is she saying I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys? Ooh. First of all, she says, I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. Pull the string. If you pull it, oh my God, if you pull, she's like Woody. She's like a Woody doll, right? Like if you pull the string, she's a toy in this song. So if you pull, she's got a string, and if you pull it, it says things. Apparently, if you pull the string of her toy, it says, he runs because he loves me. Oh man, that's fucked. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. First of all, you have to build a sandcastle, right? So you build it up, all the effort that goes into building up a sandcastle, which is kind of another toy thing because sandcastles you typically build with toys, right? Like the little plastic things that create sandcastles, whatever they're called. To put all the effort into building those sandcastles, and she's the queen of those sandcastles, and you have obviously queen of a castle talk here with Taylor. This is Taylor Swift, of course. And then you just destroy everything you've built, and she's the queen of everything that's like, she's the queen of that castle, and it's being destroyed by you again.
Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me.
That's tough. Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Makes me think of Corduroy. Shout, if you know, you know. But once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Again, she's just this broken toy. He's broken her, right? The whole song is about her boy breaking her. She's the toy. She's been broken by this man. And now she's talking about once I move away from this situation, become single, and I fix myself, like I get away from you and fix myself, you're gonna miss me. I'm gonna be this shiny, brand new toy again, and you're gonna miss me. It's gonna happen. Watch. You know who this motherfucker is, man? Listening to this song? And shout out to those lyrics at the end, too. Like, just so many toy references. It's so smart. And then you bring back the sandcastles, too. Like, she's so good at this. He was my best friend down at the sand lot. Leave the sandcastle lines. I felt more when we played pretend than with all the Kens. So, like, you play pretend, like, you're still playing with toys. It's another toy reference. But she says all the Kens. She's referencing all her exes before him. Like, the other people she was with, the other men she was with, all the Kens. They're all the same to her in comparison to you. You're different. She feels different with you in comparison to all the Kens. And I just love the Ken reference because of the timeliness of it and Barbie last year. Stole My Tortured Heart's perfect because the album title, and she just adds more emphasis to the things that she's been through before him. Like, my heart has tortured before you, and I was hoping that would end with you. Well, it gave us this album at least. Left all these broken parts. Toy told me I'm better off. Ouch. But I'm not. This, you know, this motherfucker is. This is some real Sid behavior from Toy Story. Is what this is. Learn to play with your toys, my guy, because you are giving real Sid energy, and all the toys should be confiscated from you from now until future notice, until you learn to play with toys, aka women in their hearts. All right, Down Bad, track 4. Okay, this is gonna be such a long video. I don't give a fuck. I'm basking in the greatness that is Taylor Swift.
In a cloud of sparkling dust, just to do experiments on. Tell me I was the chosen one. Showed me that this world is bigger than us. Then sent me back where I came from.
Oh my god, man.
Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him.
Hey, hey.
For a moment I knew cosmic love. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him.
This is awesome.
Might just die, it would make no difference.
Might just die, it would make no difference. That is Down Bad. That is Down Bad. Of course that's Down
Staring
Bad.
at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us.
Staring at the sky, come down and pick me back up because of the start of the song, right? Oh man, what a fucking hard song. I really like that. Did you really beam me up in a cloud of sparkling dust just to do experiments on? Did you really beam me up in a cloud of sparkling dust? Oh, she said you came on your spaceship and beamed me up, but it wasn't like on some alien shit, like it's sparkling dust, like this is like some fairy tale type spaceship. You told me I was the chosen one, showed me that this world is bigger than us, then sent me back to where I came from. Yeah, you like sucked her into your spaceship. You came out of, you were unlike all the other Kens, right? You were basically alien, like you were so superior in my eyes. And here you come in your spaceship, you suck me up with like all this glowing whatever, and you just like gaslight me. You make me feel all these different ways. You fuck with the ring on my finger and all that. You explode my heart, like she said in the Tortured Poets department. And you just send me right back down. And the chorus is like, now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Yo, first of all, it's funny. I didn't know that that's what she said. As the song was playing in the chorus, I was like, I'm gonna listen to this at the gym. I was thinking that in the back of my mind. But now that she said I'm down bad crying at the gym, I'm not sure that it's like in my best interest to listen to this song particularly. I'd just be like, on the treadmill, just tears a leaking, because it'd be like that. Yeah, she's crying at the gym. Everything comes out of teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have it. Oh man, that's the melody is stuck in my head from this song. I might just die, it would make no difference. That's Down Bad. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. You come back in that spaceship, please come pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up. I might stay down bad. Ooh, this is my favorite so far. This is my favorite so far, and like every song is pretty much perfect as far as my expectations went. And they're also different too. This is like the most different. This is such a great song. I'm so excited. Let's go. You know what this reminds me of a little bit? It reminds me of Glitch. Like I like when she gets into this like sort of rhythmic type. Like she's good at making songs like this.
Fuck it if I can't have him.
Fuck it.
I might just die. It would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay in. I might just die, it would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't.
I might just not get up. I love the way because down bad like is such a generally used term, and I feel like it means the same thing every time. And the way I use it anyway, like you're down bad for somebody or for as a result of the experience you went through. Either way, and like just to say like I can't even get up. Like I might just not get up. I'm crying at the gym. Like there's like some depression keywords there as a result of what she's been through, right? I want to be able to run these albums from start to finish. That's the most ideal way for me to listen to any kind of album, but especially a Taylor Swift album. That way I don't miss any of the songwriting on multiple listens. I want to absorb all and every bit of a Taylor Swift experience on my own. I'm listening on my own to this album for the 10th, 20th, 30th time. When you're able to do that and just press play from the beginning to the end and not feel the need to like skip through anything, and you get like a down bad in contrast to other songs, it elevates the experience so much, man. And it's elevated this album 4 tracks in. All right, let's continue my longest video ever. Can't believe we're only on track 4. So Long London. Interesting, because makes me think of like the 14 days spent together in different places, and I don't know. We're gonna listen to So Long London and see what it's about. Let's do it, track 5. And it's track 5. Trust me, I've been listening to enough Taylor Swift albums to know that this song really matters.
Saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away.
Oh, man.
Spine split from carrying us up the hill. Wet through my clothes, weary bones caught the chill. I stopped trying to make him laugh, stopped trying to drill the safe. You'll find someone.
Okay, it's very fitting that track 5 would be the Pens track. Track 5 would be the fucking Pens track. Because are you joking with some of those lyrics? Bear with me 1 second because I forgot. Taylor Swift and Pens. Taylor Swift and fucking Pens. This is the song that deserves the pens thrown about the way she threw about these masterclass of words together, quite literally poetry, of course, on the Tortured Poets Department album. Can we go back to the lyrics of this opening verse? I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. We're having an issue in our relationship. I carry the weight of it. I carry the weight of this issue, of this separation we're having. I pull you in tighter each time you're drifting away. My spine split from carrying us up the hill. Wet through my clothes, weary bones caught the chill. I mean, I'm wet through my clothes. Like I picture her out on like this boat and it's pouring rain, right? Like you're on the water and the rain is coming down and you're trying to do all of this on the water. Like you're on this boat and you are just exerting so much energy and effort into a situation and not getting the same effort in return. It's just not happening. And when that's happening after the stuff that we've been talking about in this song, it's just the heavier it makes it all. Like that weary bones caught the chill. I stopped trying to make him laugh. Stop trying to drill the safe. Stop trying to drill the safe. Is that like her trying to get like information or something. I'm not sure, but stop trying to make him. I'm trying to make him feel better. He's going through something, and I'm trying to make him feel better. Kind of makes me think of the Torture Poets Department track. But yeah, that series of lines, man. I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist that kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away.
Stop CPR, after all it's no use. The spirit was gone, we would never come to. And I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Giving a situation CPR, it's no use anymore. Like this, we've been on life support, and I've been trying to. She said the whole song. She says it like, I carry the weight of the rift. I'm trying to pull you each time you're drifting away. My spine is split from carrying us up the hill. I'm trying to give us CPR. Spirit was gone. We would never come to. Like, we've officially had our death. I'm pissed off. You let me give you all that youth for free. I gave you a lot of years. I gave you a lot of years. I gave you my 20s. I gave you all that time, and I just couldn't at least get like what I was giving you in return. Things don't work out sometimes, and that's okay. And I don't believe that everything's a waste of time when it comes to spending years with somebody and it doesn't work out. But if you're not going to at least get what you're giving in return, then you could certainly call it a waste of your youth. You can certainly call it a waste of those years, those very important years in your life. And to look back and call them like a waste of your youth is heavy shit, man. It's real heavy shit. The depiction of all the weight she carried in this song is just incredible.
Every breath feels like rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there. So how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? How much tragedy?
Oh my
Just
god.
how low did you
Oh my god.
think I'd go for? I died on the altar waiting for the proof. You sacrifice us to the gods of your bluest days. And I'm just getting color back. Stitches undone, two graves, one gone.
Did she say you'll find someone at the end there? I think earlier on she said I'll find someone. The two best songs on the album are Down Bad and So Long London so far. I mean, the songs are getting better and better. This song is fucking incredible. All in one song, by the way. To have like so much ship imagery and saving life imagery, like as like calling a relationship life and like saving the relationship imagery throughout the entire song, to talking about moving to this unfamiliar place or spending so much time in this unfamiliar place, that being London, falling in love with this place, with who's supposed to be the love of your life. That's like so ideal, right? Not only to like have this partner that you want to spend forever with, but now you're in this new place that you might potentially also want to spend forever in. Like, that's how much the place is just great. So many things are supposed to be fantastic in this situation, but no, the ship is going down. It's the way that she depicts all of those things in the same song is madness. You say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it. Yeah, I mean, he's not being honest about the situation. My white knuckle dying grip, holding tight to your quiet resentment. My friends said it isn't right to be scared. Every day, old love affair. Every breath feels like rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there. Like, every moment that I spend with you, I don't even know if you want to be, like, you're making me feel like you don't want to be here. Meanwhile, you were playing with the rings on my... I'm going to keep going back to that shit because that's some dirty, dirty work, man. We're going to move on to But Daddy, I Love Him, which is the longest track on the album. Yes, it is. But Daddy, I love him. But Daddy, I love him.
I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun.
It's like country a little bit.
These people only raise you. Screaming, but Daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. Trying to floor it through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want.
Hold up. So she is doing the pleading to her daddy in this song. I'm gonna have his babies. No, I won't. But you need to know though that I'm this down bad again for this guy.
I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine alone to disgrace. I cater to all these vipers dressed in empaths clothing. God
Okay.
save the most judgmental creeps who say they want what's best for me. Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see.
That's interesting. Whoa, Taylor! Already blown away by some of the lyrics there, but then the bridge lyrics get better. Before we get to that bridge, this whole like, I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second of all this bitching and moaning. I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine alone to disgrace. I don't cater to all these vipers dressed in empaths' clothing. Feels like she's talking about her career, the name that she's made for herself, and the good name she's made for herself as a result of being a good role model, a good leader, and you know, with this huge spotlight on her, all this work that she's put into her name, it's hers to do whatever she wants to do with it. And she doesn't want to hear all this noise from all of these people trying to tell her how to live her life. That's why she says all this bitching and moaning, I'm not going to listen to it. I'll burn my whole life down if I want to. It's my name to disgrace. I'm not going to cater to all these vipers dressed in empaths' clothing. These vipers, these snakes try to disguise themselves as empaths, trying to give me this advice and act all empathetic and pretend that they have my best interests in mind. Meanwhile, there's snakes underneath that clothing of theirs, and they probably actually want the worst for me. So I'm not trying to hear from anybody but myself in this situation.
Say they want what's best for me.
Those vipers.
Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see. Thinking it can change the beat of my heart when he touches me and counteract the chemistry and undo the destiny.
First of all, I feel like she's talking about people online there. And if that's what's happening, I fucking love that so much. That makes me excited because like, this is why I don't spend a lot of time online. I just don't, because of the negative aspects of it, because of the people that just talk shit all day long and shit on people's lives, and it's just such a cesspool for negativity, the internet. Yeah, there's funny parts of it, there's lighthearted parts of it, there's news that's relevant and you should stay on top of on it, and I try and do all those things and try and stay on that part of the internet, but sometimes the real negative toxic shit creeps into my sights and it just brings me down. And if you're a Taylor Swift, probably no one is talked about more than you are in like a negative light and in a toxic way. And I feel like that's what she's talking about. Like, people are always talking about her and her relationships and putting their own opinion on things that nobody asked for, certainly not Taylor. I feel like she's talking about that there because she said, first of all, that sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see. That line is crazy. That's a fucking crazy line. Again, the poet that is Taylor Swift. I would throw pens around again, but I just bought these pens recently. I don't want to lose them. So just imagine that I threw pens in the air. Fucking pens. People performing these soliloquies, these little just think pieces. She'll never, and I love that I'll never see. People performing soliloquies I'll never see. That's why it feels like she's talking about the internet, because she's not going to see these people talking shit about her relationships, what she should or shouldn't do, saying what she should or shouldn't do, trying to like direct her life based on like their own insecurities. Her saying that like thinking like whatever they say, thinking they can change the beat of my heart when he touches me. Say for example, right? We'll just use Taylor's current romantic situation. I don't mind talking about it. It's public. So say someone like says something negative about her current romantic partner, because they just have nothing better to do in their day, right? Some comment about whatever, some negative comment about him, whatever way. Do you really think that you making that negative comment about her partner currently is going to make her heart beat any different way. If she was focused on your negative comments, then she wouldn't be able to navigate a healthy relationship at any point. So it's just like crazy. And if that's what she's speaking to, it makes me very happy that she's talking about it. Very happy for her. And it shows that she's in a good place, or like as far as like her relationship with the internet goes, I should say. Especially her, who again deals with so much hate, and it makes me very sad to see.
We came back when they heat that down. Went to my parents and they came around. All the wine moms are still holding out, but fuck 'em, it's over. Now I'm dancing in my dress in the sun, and even my daddy just
Yeah.
in my
Yeah. Absolutely maximum effort by her pen in this album. Like, there's not a moment 6 tracks deep into this project where she misses a beat lyrically. Like, there's so much effort and care being put into this album lyrically. All right, fresh out the slammer. Let's go.
Years of labor, locks and ceilings, in the shade of how he was feeling. But it's gonna be alright, I did my time. Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you.
What?
Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be too.
Well, that's insane. Does she say years of labor, locks and ceilings, just depicting more of like that slammer, that jail she was in the shade of how he was feeling? So it was like she depicting she was in this prison under this person's feelings, but it's gonna be all right. I did my time. Like, all the time I spent imprisoned under that person's feelings, like I did my time. I put all those years in. She got through it because she starts off the song saying, "I'm running back home to you. I'm fresh out the slammer. I know who my first call will be." It sounds like a rebound, kind of. The person she's talking about is the person this album's about, because to be talking about somebody new after that would be a kind of like, you know, you get right out of prison and you jump into a situation, you make that first call, like, "I'm free. Hey, I'm free. Let's link up." It sounds very reboundish. So I don't wonder who she's talking about, because I have a name in mind, but I just don't. I don't fathom a song about that in this album, but I could be wrong.
To the one who says I'm the girl of his American dreams.
Okay.
Ain't no way I'm gonna screw up now that I know what's at stake here. At the park where we used to sit on children's swings, wearing imaginary rings. But it's gonna be alright, I did my time.
That's heavy. That's a heavy way to talk about your former relationship, man. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Talking about your relationship as a prison is not. It's gonna be all right. I did my time. Like, all that's she's gotta be talking about the same situation this whole album's depicting, right? Like, because it sounds like a prison sentence, emotionally speaking. We certainly don't want to compare anything to actual prison, but emotionally speaking, yeah. And then you jump to this other person who you had a relationship or friendship or something ship with before you were doing your time with this person for years and years. Because you say, at the park where we used to sit on children's swings wearing imaginary rings, like, you know, some pretty cozy memories that you have there with this person back before you got into this other situation and did your time with that person. So this is someone you're familiar with. To the one who says, "I'm the girl of his American dreams." I mean, that's a British person, but that's everybody. That's everybody, right? In Taylor's world. I love that it sits at this place in the album, because, like, if this track was like track 2 or 3, it wouldn't hit as hard. But because it's track 7, and we followed so many tracks of Taylor depicting this relationship and how she was imprisoned essentially emotionally, it makes this track hit so much harder. Right, this also has the other feature on the album, Florence and the Machine.
Florida was one hell of a drug. Florida came with my name when it came. My girls got their lace and their crimes, and your cheating husband disappeared. Well, no one asks any questions here. So I did my...
What's the deal with the cheating husbands and the Florida tracks? What's going on?
Florida, I need to forget, so take me to Florida. I got some regrets, I'll bury them in Florida. Tell me I'm despicable, say it's unforgivable. What a crash, what a rush, put me out Florida. We got the shitstorm back in Texas, Florida. It's one hell of a drug, Florida. Can I use you, Florida?
I have a few thoughts about this song. I like the song a lot more once the bridge came. I feel like the song took on a whole different feel in the bridge. I wasn't really sure how I felt about the song up until that point. It's pretty much the only song, I think Fortnight I felt this way, where like the first chorus happened and I was like, how do I feel about this? I don't know. The rest of the song completely, like I was all in. This is the first time on the whole album where I've been like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. This might not be my favorite track. Then that bridge came in and the song took on a whole different feel. There's just a lot going on that I thought was really enjoyable. No offense to anyone that lives in Florida. Romanticizing Florida in any way is just wild to me. I have a lot of family in Florida and I love my family in Florida. And I'll leave it at that. Shout out to you if you live in Florida. I do feel like Florida might represent something else here. You know, like it feels like it could be a metaphor for something else because it's like an escape. It's really put on a pedestal in this song, which makes it literally feels like they're talking about drugs. Shout out to Florida, I guess. Let's go on to the next track, Guilty as Sin, track 9. Really curious to see comments about this Florida track and hear what you guys have to say and just hear your feelings and thoughts as always. All right, Guilty as Sin, track 9. There's a double album? There's a double album? There's a double fucking album? No. No. There's not a double album. There's not a double album. There's no way that's real. This album just came out. The Tortured Poets Department, the Anthology. 31 tracks. The gift that keeps on giving. We've been gifted. The album is double. It's a double album. There's double the amount of tracks. That's very generous, Taylor Swift. It's very generous of you. I'm a little speechless on that one. Nobody does stuff like her. And the crazy part is that like this is so good. We're halfway done and this is fucking great so far. And typically like if the average artist dropped a double album, I'd be like, oh, how many good songs are going to be on the back half of that? Because that's a lot of songs. But 30 plus songs from Taylor Swift is nothing less than a gift. I can't process this right now. Let's move on to Guilty as Sin.
What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? One slipping, falling back into
Oh, I like this. I love the sound of this song so far. Long before our Secret Rendezvous. This song, so like, it's so interesting listening to Fresh Out the Slammer and then this. Because she says, first of all, I love that start of the chorus. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? I keep recalling things we never did. It speaks to, again, like, the sitting at the playground with the fake rings that she talked about in Fresh Out the Slammer. She's talking about an old flame, someone she was spending time with before she got caught into that prison relationship where now she's reconnecting with this person and she's recalling things that they never did and now they can have their secret rendezvous. This is the rebound. They're having the tryst secret rendezvous because it is the rebound. You trying to keep it low, like under wraps and stuff like that because you just got to have a relationship. You don't want to start getting into like public discourse about new relationships and all that. It's all messy and all that. So
My bedsheets What if I roll the stone away?
It's a pretty sexy song. It's not explicit either. It's a pretty sexy song, especially talking about guilty as sin. You're just talking about your thoughts, essentially, right? Like guilty as sin, she's just talking about her thoughts, but then she gets into it with the bed, being in the bed ablaze with this person that like you used to be with before your relationship, and now you've rekindled with, and like
Be guilty as sin.
oh, this is messy. Taylor Swift, this is a messy ass song, and I'm so here for it. Her in this rebound. I'm gonna keep calling it. I don't know what else to call it. Definitely sounds like more than a rebound. The way she's kind of painting them out to be, like she's got a lot of things in her mind that she wanted to always do with this person that she never got to do, but now she gets to revisit those thoughts again. So really interesting. This album is going in a lot of directions. And I'm just really impressed that it's like so cohesive so far, and that the lyricism has been so consistently fantastic. All right, we're gonna go on to Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Let's see what this one's about.
If you wanted me dead, you should have just said.
I like where this is going.
Nothing makes me feel more alive. Who's afraid of little old me?
Ooh.
You should be.
Oh.
So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me?
Oh, I like that.
You should be. It's contained. The bullet had just grazed. At all costs, keep your good name. You don't get to tell me you feel bad.
At all costs, keep your good name. They wouldn't take any of the bullets or the blows of anything, you know. You at all costs, including our relationship, my mental health, my sanity. You get to keep your good name. Congratulations.
I was tame, I was gentle till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Who's afraid of little old me? Put narcotics into all of my songs.
Narcotics into all of my songs.
And that's why you're still singing.
Facts, Taylor. Fucking
So
facts. That is why we sing along. Or put narcotics into all my songs. That's why you're still singing along. What a flex. She might mean something else. I don't know. But she does put crack into these songs. So that's real. Because you lured me and you hurt me and you taught me. You caged me and you called me crazy. I am what I am because you trained me. Took out all her teeth. And then being caged. And like the circus lines. And it just like sounds like somebody who's, you know, in the spotlight, and it's just like, it just gives me circus animal a little bit. There's also like the asylum where they raised me. I feel like we've gotten a couple tracks in this album that is Taylor kind of speaking to her fame and having to sort of maneuver her way through that, and the mental health toll that her fame can take on her, as well as the perception of her and the lack of control she has over that, and how it can sometimes get to her. I feel like she's touched on that a couple times in this track. Man, what a big, like, grand song. I Can Fix Him. No, I really can. One of the tracks I've looked forward to the most, just from the title, as I think we all have. Let's give this one a play.
His hand so callous from his pistol softly traces hearts on my face.
Tracing hearts on her face.
They shake their heads saying God help her when I tell him he's my man.
They don't like it.
But your good Lord doesn't need to lift a finger. I can fix him. No, really I can.
Oh.
Good Lord didn't need to lift a finger. I can fix him. No, really I can.
Oh shit. She said, hold on, we're not there yet. Hold on. She had a harsh realization at the end of that track there. Because constantly all these people are like, you know, like, hey, I love the Western feel of this because it feels like she's walking through all these different bars in this Western town, and like everyone's watching her with this person, and they know who this person is, and they're like, oh, that's not going to end up very, very well for her. She should get herself out of this situation now. And then she's just like, I can fix him. I can totally fix him. I can like totally fix him. And she keeps saying it over and over again. And I love getting to the end of this track and having, probably because she's spending more and more time with him, and it's like, oh shit, maybe I can't.
Lift a finger, I can fix it. No, really, I can. No, really, I can. Whoa, maybe I can.
She's like, whoa, right?
I can. No, really, I can. Whoa, maybe I can't.
She's like, whoa, maybe I can't. You know, just I thought I could fix him, but yeah, I don't know about that. This very much gives me, because we've already gone there multiple times in this album, this gives me the rebound. I'm gonna keep calling them the rebound. I have a name in mind. I'm not saying it out loud. Y'all could believe it in the comments. But it's definitely, the person I'm picturing definitely seems quite unfixable. There definitely was a lot of controversy surrounding this person that I would have looked at them and said, they seem pretty unfixable. They seem pretty erratic. They're saying some wild shit. Might they be a great musician? Might they be a great lead in their band that is titled after a certain year? Sure, but they are problematic as fuck. Holy shit. Because there was shit constantly happening, right? And maybe like it works so well because Taylor's already talked so much in this album about knowing an old version of this person. She talked about spending the time in the playground, playing with the rings. She talked about picturing things with them that in Guilty as Sin. She was like, I spent all this time in a prison of this relationship, whatever. We talked about that. And I pictured all these things that I could do with this person I haven't been with in so long. So again, we're referencing not having been with this person in so long. We're referencing a past with this person. A past with this person. I feel like I can fix him. No, really, I can. References a past with this person because this isn't the person you used to know anymore. This person is a different person now. And maybe you could have fixed the old version of him, but this new version, yeah, you ain't fixing that. You ain't fixing some of this. You ain't fixing these problems. Because this dude's got a lot of issues. And then there was also the calluses on the hands line. It said from the pistol, but it makes me think of a guitar. You could call a guitar a pistol, you know, if like it's kind of a bar. But it makes me think of a musician. So there's, really cool track because it continues telling a story. She's telling a story throughout this entire project really consistently. All right, LOML, which makes me think of Love of My Life. I don't know if that's what she means by that. I don't know if that's the actual abbreviation for that or not. Like, I don't know if that's an actual thing. I can't think of anything else, though. But let's play.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames? If we know the steps anyway. In your suit and tie, in the nick of time. You low down boy, you stand up guy, Holy Ghost, you told me I...
Sounds really nice so far. I love that opening line of the waltzing back into the rekindled flame or whatever she said. That was gorgeous. I didn't want to stop it because I just wanted to hear her sing, but that line really stood out.
When your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes, well, you took me to hell too.
Hold up, we've taken a turn here. I think we took the turn when she said a million times. And now she's saying your impressionist paintings of what turned out to be fake?
And told me I reformed you. When your impressionist paintings
impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes. Oh, she's so crazy. I want to throw these pens so bad, but I can't. I lost so many pens already. Hopefully I can remember to edit in the one time I threw the pens and insert it every time. Fucking pens. Your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes. Like, you sold me this story. You sold me a future. You lied. Like, you lied about everything. It was fake. It was fake. This future, this heavenly future you painted out for us was not real.
What we thought was for all time was momentary. Still alive, killing time at the cemetery. Never quite buried. You cinephiles.
What is she saying? Spending time at a cemetery, never quite buried?
Legendary. What we thought was for all time was momentary. Still alive, killing time at the cemetery. Never quite buried. You sin.
Never spending time at the cemetery, never quite buried. It's like they're like barely holding on. Never quite buried because of what she said earlier. Like, was it So Long London, her carrying the whole relationship on her back? Like, she drifting away, her pulling back and giving CPR to the whole thing. Now I'm picturing her in the cemetery giving CPR to the relationship.
You cinephile in black and white. All those plot twists and dynamite. Mr. Steal your girl, then make her cry.
I love calling him a cinephile, that he loves movies, and then twisting that to make it seem like he made this out to be a movie in some sick, twisted, and dishonest way.
You shit talked me under the table, talking rings and talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall.
Talking rings and talking cradles. Damn, it wasn't just the fake ass proposal and like wedding rings, and it was babies too. Oh, she really thought she had it all. She thought this was it, man. Of course that's why she would continue fighting for this forever. You know? Of course. Because she thought, because of all those conversations. You hold on to that stuff.
You shit talked me under the table, talking rings and talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Cause something counterfeits.
Hold on. Are they dead? Holy shit. Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed? Like, phantom sort of like, it makes me picture like the ghosts of them are out there dancing on the terrace, and they have secondhand embarrassment because this shit didn't work out between the two of you. Oh my god, that just did something to my body. Oh.
Cry, said I'm the love of your life.
Say it again.
You shit talked me under the table, talking
rings and talking cradles.
I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace. Are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed?
So that's a big standout. It's tough to like pick standouts on this project. All right, the song I've been looking most forward to, just because of the title. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I don't know why. Broken hearts suck and it's hard to function. In my experience, anyway. Track 13.
They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile, even when you wanna die. He said he loved me all his life, but I was hitting my marks, cause I can do it with a broken heart.
Oh.
I'm so depressed I act like it's my birthday. Every day.
Oh.
I cry a lot, but I am so productive.
I cry. This is my get by song. I cry a lot, but I am so productive. She sounds so like joyful when she's singing this, but it's very tongue in cheek. Like, really, she's really going through it. I hit my marks. She's like she's a performer, right? That's what she does for a literal living as a job. Like, her life is a performer, and now she's making a whole song about performing, but just day-to-day tasks, but incorporating like the performership of like hitting marks and stuff. Really clever. This is just very relatable.
'Cause I can do it with a broken heart.
Just hitting my marks.
I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday.
I fucking love that. I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday. It's so good. It's so good because it's so real. It's like, I just need to get through today. So, like, what are polar opposites? My depression versus acting like it's my birthday. This is such an anthem for all my depressed brothers and sisters who just, and like broken heart. I compare broken heart to depression because it feels like that. It feels like you're depressed and it just is never going to go away. You know, at least like when you're depressed, for me anyway, when I'm really depressed, I've been depressed so often that I can at least tell myself I'm in such a bad place right now, but this is going to pass at some point. So at least there's that, even though I can't control just how low and shitty I'm feeling right now. When you have a broken heart, you don't really ever see the light. Like, you don't really ever know when it's going to pass. So yeah, just shout out to like everyone who lives in the lower end of the emotional spectrum as far as like feeling the lows and just has to get through and like puts that performer's face on, hits their marks and all that. This song's for us. And it's not about like poppy, like pop sounding song on the album, considering this is somebody who's obviously dealing with broken heart consistently throughout the project in a lot of different places. All right, the smallest man who ever lived. Ow. This I'm ready for the best diss I've heard all year. Let's do it. Track 14.
Was any of it true? Gazing at me starry-eyed in your Jehovah's Witness suit. Who the fuck was that guy?
Oh, she called him a Jehovah's Witness right off the bat. I love the "was any of it true" on track 14 so late into the album, because it's been lies after lies after lies after false promises after paintings. What did she say earlier? It's like top tier line on the album, impressionist paintings of heaven that were false, whatever she said. Like, nothing but lies, and it's babies and cradles and rings and all this. I was standing at the altar forever. So to get to this point in the album and to just start off with "was any of it true," it makes you think of all the references in the album where a promise was made or commitment was made and not followed up on. Jehovah's Witness, call him a Jehovah's Witness is, man, this song is gonna be crazy. I already know it because she's starting off like that. Jehovah's Witness too are trying to sell you something, right? No offense to anybody. Just in my experience, whenever a Jehovah's Witness was knocking at the door for growing up, I haven't had a Jehovah's Witness knock on my door in a very long time. But growing up, they used to knock on my door all the time, and they were trying to sell us something. They're trying to sell us this version of their world that they wanted us to buy into. And if that's what she's saying he did, but didn't hold, you know, I'm not going to get into like Jehovah's Witness and their beliefs and stuff because I don't really know everything. But yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Tried to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine. They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like. If rusting my sparkling summer was the goal.
If rusting my sparkling or sparkless?
No. If rusting my sparkling summer was the goal.
If rusting my sparkling summer was the goal, you just tear me down time after time. Was it your goal to just rust my sparkling summer? How does she not run out of like these clever, genius, poetic lyrics. You would think she'd run out at some point, but no, she finds a way to just keep hitting you over and over again. She's been so specific in this project and so like detailed about situations, and to detail us into a situation where her ex was trying to buy pills from a friend of hers, and they ghosted him. She's like, how did it feel? Like, that's how you made me, how you made me feel. That's some real insider information.
You hung me on your wall, stabbed me with your push pins, in public showed me off, then sank in stoned oblivion.
Oh my gosh. By the way, when you hang things on your wall with push pins, it usually is like a temporary way to put something up on a wall, right? Because typically you'd want to do something more permanent, like nails or screws, or as opposed to like, oh, quick push pin, only putting that up for a couple days here, right?
Didn't measure up in any measure of a man.
Oh.
Wanted me dead. Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed?
Whoa.
Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? And slide into inboxes and slip through the bars. You crashed my party and your rental car. You said
Oh my.
normal girls were boring, but you were gone.
That's an all too well contender, as far as like her best song lyric, not even like lyrically, yeah, but like as far as coming at like someone the way she came at him in this song. I got really emotional because I don't even know this woman. Caring about this woman the way that I do at this point, without knowing her, you know, like as much as I can without knowing her. She's a human being that I've come to respect. And for her to be so honest and really get into, she's been really honest across this project, right? But not like how this person specifically hurt her, just more how they made all these promises and you know, like didn't live up to them, and she was disappointed time and time again, like over and over again, right? But in this song, it's less of that and more like, this is specifically what happened. You should be in jail for what you did to me. There's like cheating accusations in here. There's I love the way she makes it so storytelling and cinematic and larger than life, like the songwriting itself, because she's talking about, were you sent by it's so visceral, the way that you hurt me, that I have to think to myself, were you sent by someone else to hurt me? Like, did someone pay you like a hitman to come and hurt me because of how bad it was? Because, like, did you have a gun under the pillow? Because it wasn't sexy once it wasn't forbidden. Oh my God. It wasn't sexy once it wasn't forbidden. You only enjoyed the time with me when it all felt forbidden. Is that what she's kind of saying there? Like, the appeal was sort of gone. The appeal of me. Oh, that's, oh man, this is just a lot of pain. Nothing but pain she's feeling here. That's a top tier song. Oh, these are all top tier songs. I might as well just stop saying that. The Alchemy, track 15.
When I touch down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? Swarm the benches, we've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time we've been eating.
Hold on, there's a lot of football references in here. Is this about Travis? It sounds like it. When I touched down, also like she was traveling a lot, right? And this is a love song, which I wasn't ready for. as much as in the context of this whole album, like to get a love song, but it makes sense to have it like at the end because we kind of gone through and worked through our feelings. As we worked through our feelings, we certainly did in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. It's like a once in a lifetime type connection with somebody. All right, I think we were all wondering when this song would appear, whether it would appear on this album or at some album in the future, and we get it on this album. All right, shout out to that.
This happens once every few lifetimes.
So I'll be very honest, that's probably my least favorite. Sorry guys, it just, always gonna be honest, it's probably my least favorite song on the album. It's not a bad song though. I've had least favorite songs from Taylor where I was like, this song is just like doesn't do anything for me. This song does do something for me. It's not a bad song. It's reminiscent of some other Taylor, like another Taylor Swift song that I can't pinpoint. But I also don't know if it's because it's like a song that follows all these like tragic songs, and I'm just like in a tragic mood. I want the tragic mood to keep going. Yeah, there's like been a couple songs like I Can Fix Him, or Florida. I still don't even know what Florida was about really, aside from just maybe Florida being an actual escape. But there's like songs in here that aren't straight tragic, but this is the least tragic. It's just like I've met this after all this tragicness. I've met this person, and maybe I just wasn't ready for that. Maybe I just wanted to keep living in the tragic. Maybe the fucking second album, the double album that she announced about an hour ago at this point now, maybe I'm ready for the happiness in that part of the album. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this song on future listens when I'm less in this headspace of just keep knocking me in the head with sadness, Taylor. Because honestly, that's what I was really looking forward to about this project, was just being sad for like a couple hours. I don't know. I embrace the feeling of sad. All right. Clara Bow is the last track on the album, and I need to look up who that is or what that is. Movie actress who lived in the early 1900s. She was one of the first Hollywood sex symbols and celebrities. Received a whole bunch of letters per month. Clara Bow was both celebrated and condemned in the media in a way that male stars never were. Oh, I don't think that double standard sadly has left. Okay, so is this gonna be like Taylor can relate to this, obviously, right? So she's gonna compare herself to Clara Bow, I'm guessing. It's such a random. I guess it's not random because Clara Bow literally went through this. It's just like that callback. I specifically wonder how Taylor knows about Clara Bow, I wonder if it's the film thing. She mentioned her ex being a cinephile, liking movies in black and white. Obviously, the guy's an actor, right? So that makes sense. Is Clara Bow like a black and white film actress? Is that going to be related somehow to all of this? I don't know. You guys let me know, I hope. Clara Bow, last track of the first half, which I'm so happy about. I can't say that enough. Not from like a filming and editing YouTuber standpoint, because my goodness, y'all might not see that second video for a while, but you will, and I cannot wait to listen to more Taylor Swift. All right, we'll get into it. Clara Bow, last track.
You look like Clara Bow in this light. Remarkable. You'd be picked like a rose. Take the glory, give everything, promise to be dazzling.
Oh, promise to be dazzling. Ooh, take the glory.
Look like Stevie Nicks in 75. The hair and lips gone in my small town. Thought I'd meet these suits in LA. They all.
Oh man, this is so interesting. Is she like, she's being compared to all these people. She's being compared to Clara Bow. She's being compared to Stevie Nicks. No one expected her to make it. Again, she doubles down. No one expected her to go meet all these suits in LA. No one expected her to get to New York. Is she speaking more on just like her position as an artist and this fame, the spotlight on her, and these comparisons growing up and the expectations growing up? And it's like this whole album is you know, obviously like a lot of the breakup stuff and the rebound stuff, and as much as we've gotten all that, she's squeezed in as much outside of like Reputation, as much her speaking on her position in the spotlight as much as I've heard her speak on before. And I just really appreciate that, man, because one thing I've always said about Taylor is it's so I get so sick of seeing people dehumanize her. It's not just her, it's like any celebrity, but obviously she's currently the biggest celebrity in the world, so she's gonna get dehumanized more than any other celebrity. So I'm gonna speak about her specifically, even though I'd like this to apply to every celebrity. We gotta stop dehumanizing these celebrities, and especially Taylor at the biggest level, because they're humans too. Obviously, like they have access to a lot more things than we do, a lot more money than we do. That just is what it is. But it doesn't change the fact that they are humans. They experience emotion, they experience loss, regret, suffering, depression, breakups. Listen to this whole project if you want to know what they experience. And I just think that we could all do a little more empathy. And I'm sure that's not most of the people watching this video right now. It's more so the who she speak about, what track did she speak about it in? Because she talked about y'all in this project. I don't remember what track she talked about it, but there was a track in this project where she was coming at the people who need to mind their business. Was it But Daddy I Love Him? It might have been But Daddy I Love Him. All you got the Twitter fingers and all this stuff, man. Just, I don't know. Just treat people like people.
Promise to be dazzling. You're the new God we're worshiping. Promise to be dazzling. Beauty is a beast that roars down on all fours, demanding more.
Wow, promise to be dazzling. Go out there and promise to be dazzling. The expectations are huge. Beauty is a beast that roars on all fours, demanding more. The demand, the expectations, especially as a woman, especially as a spotlight on a woman particularly, because they're going to be looking at how you look as well. Don't forget that when we talked about Clara Bow, we talked about Stevie Nicks, we were talking about their looks, right? They're going to be talking about your looks. Like the queen, heavy is the crown, right? It's just the heaviness of having the spotlight on you, particularly as a woman. And I guess that's some of the Clara Bow stuff I read that she also dealt with. And the things that people are going to say and things you have to live through. There's a lot of us, man, I'm glad this song exists. And especially as a closer at the Tortured Poets department, this makes all the sense as a closer. I love that it's so centered on Taylor and her life's experience.
You look like Taylor Swift in this light. We're loving it. You've got edge. She never did. The future's bright, dazzling.
Oh my God. Wow, her breaking the fourth wall like that, speaking in third person like that. Just, there was Clara Bow, there was Stevie Nicks, there was Taylor Swift, and they're going to talk with the next young girl that's coming up. They're going to be like, you look like Taylor Swift. And they're going to put that crown on her. And she's going to have to go out there and deal with the beauty standards and the judgment and having to carry the dazzling glow of like this woman and all the expectations that come with that as someone in the spotlight. And I also feel like it speaks on like women in general, not just women in the spotlight, but like women that just have to live their lives every day. Obviously, like Taylor's talking about famous people, famous women. So it's at a different level. But I do think there's a smaller conversation that's also a larger conversation to have about women and the expectations women have as far as like the beauty standard especially goes. But when you take it back to what Taylor's talking about on like a fame level and spotlight, yeah, it's a heavy crown to wear. And I love, man, that, and bringing it to her and talking about Taylor had no edge. You've got some edge to you. It's like they're always gonna they're gonna compare you to someone, but then they're gonna take their shot at that someone and try and put you above that person, right? Taylor had no edge, but you have edge, so you can be better than Taylor. Meanwhile, it's like, why do we have to pit them against each other or put one above the other? Why can't we just appreciate the both of these queens? They all dazzle. All of them dazzle. And there's no reason to put one above the other. And Taylor knows as much as anybody. Taylor gets compared to another artist who I'm not going to bring up in this video, but it's not her, it's just people online that are constantly comparing her and just taking these women and putting them against these two very successful women artists who are just absolute legends and pitting them against each other when neither of them are ever asking for that. All it does is create very toxic conversation and take away from the art that they both create and the point that they are trying to make in their music. I really love that as a closer. That's such a powerful closer for all those reasons. And because, again, like this whole project where she is talking about a lot of the actions and lack thereof of this ex of hers, and generally talking about like other men often in this project and how it made her feel, the experiences and choices of these men, she brings it back to her in the last track. And I love that. I love the focus being on her and moving away from all this other stuff in the album. And it also fits this tortured poet because, of course, you know, we'd be tortured based on the context of that last song. Guys, what a ride. This might be, I don't know where I am time-wise because I've had to do a few cuts just to make sure I don't lose footage because there's light rain going on outside my house, and whenever that happens, I have to make sure that I'm like saving how much I have recorded so far, or else I lose it forever. So I don't have a good idea of how long I've been filming for, but it feels very long. This might be my longest video ever. I know a lot of you usually appreciate that. There's a small percentage of people that don't. And I hope that you guys had a good time with this video if you're still here. Yeah, I'm going to be very honest. This is probably my favorite Taylor Swift experience with an album. There's no way I can take this album and compare it to all the other albums off of one listen. Especially with Taylor, I've learned to not do that, stop doing that. I need multiple listens. I truly legitimately need at least a couple months with this album. I had planned a Taylor song like tier list type thing where I literally go through all her songs, her discography in this very long video and kind of give my feelings on all of them and kind of rank them all. Then this album got announced and I want to wait for some time with this album. I'm going to do that at some point with this album as well. It's going to be a fuck ton of songs in a very long video. But just point being is I need time with this album. But as I sit here now, my main feeling is this is the best time I've had with a Taylor album, even though it might be the saddest. But I love sad shit, and I love Taylor's songwriting, especially when it comes to the sad stuff because of the honesty and the vulnerability and the detailed look into her life that makes us feel a lot closer to her. But yeah, guys, in about a month or a few weeks, I'll probably be communicating with you guys about just how I might feel like this is her best album. Which is saying a lot because she's got some incredible projects, right? So we'll see. I'll come back with that. One very obvious point to make that I should not forget about because it happened a few tracks ago, about halfway through. There's the double album. So we're not done. We've got an entire other hour-long, there's 31 tracks. I have 16 here, so there's another 15 tracks, I think, for us to listen to together. So we're going to do that. I have no current ranking of these songs because I truly was blown away by all of them lyrically, different levels as far as like sonically which songs move me more than other ones. Like Down Bad, So Long London, we really started to kick it in at that point around like how much I was enjoying the songs versus just enjoying the lyrics. The only two songs that like didn't totally move me were Florida and The Alchemy. But I still look forward to revisiting them both. I remember that Florida bridge taking the song in a different direction. And I remember The Alchemy not being bad at all, just being a different tonally. So I look forward to revisiting those. Every other song is just fucking like great to incredible. And this is some of her best songwriting ever. I just don't know what else to say. All I have is compliments. And that makes me feel so good, guys, because I came into this album with enormous expectations. And I was ready to be very honest about everything in a way where like maybe that meant disappointment because the bar was set so high by me, and I leave you guys feeling nothing but joy in an album that is stripped of a lot of joy, ironically. But as a music consumer and a music lover and a Taylor Swift appreciator, I appreciate this album as much as any content I've listened to or absorbed a long time. Thank you guys for still being here. It means the world to me, seriously. I truly can't put into words how much I appreciate all of you. when I do try and put it into words, it doesn't feel like enough. I think what that means is that I might have to hit up Taylor Swift for some more words, because she might be able to put into words for me how appreciative I am for all you. Truly, thank you so much for still being here, for rocking with me for this long. And I'm going to see you guys for the Tortured Poets Department, the anthology. Yeah, the anthology. We have another handful of hours to spend together after this. I'll see you guys for that. Love you all so much. Can't wait to see your comments and responses and feelings about these tracks. And see you for the anthology. Lots of love.